Today I want to talk about the origin of sexuality, right? As we all know, sexuality started from right from the Garden of Eden when man was created and placed in the Garden of Eden. When man was created only the male first, right? Then we learned that God said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I'll make him a helpmate suitable for him." Then God put the man to sleep and he brought out a rib and created a woman. When he created the woman, now he brought the woman to the man. And when the man woke up, he saw this woman. When he checked out, said, "Wow, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. But she shall be called what? Woman, for she was taken out of me." Why did he call her woman? Because he checked out and said, "This is me. This is just me. But there's something different in her that is not in me." And that is why he called her woman, because she complements him. Because she triggered this thing in him that is different, that set him to know that this is different, but this complements me. That is the origin of sexuality. And that is why I said sexuality is very important in a human being. That's why I said you should be conscious of your sexuality, because that is the very thing that makes you a human, your sexuality. A human being just like that, without the sexuality. But the sexuality differentiates the male from the female, and the sexuality makes you get attracted to the other gender. And that attraction is not only, don't take it as something wrong. That attraction is to complete your whole being as a human being. It completes your whole being. That attraction makes you feel happy. That attraction makes you feel loved by yourself. Yes. Do you know most people that have problems is because of the way they think of themselves, the way they look at themselves. They don't love themselves. But if you get to love yourself, most problems won't affect you. And your sexuality makes you love yourself. Your sexuality makes you value yourself, makes you look at yourself in a good form. Because when your sexuality is triggered, it releases some hormones in the body, right? That makes the cells, the veins, that brings life. It ignites life in the body. It ignites life in the body. That is why sex is very important in a home. In the home, it's very important. It's the first thing the couple should look at. It's the first thing the couple should pay attention to. Their sexual life. Don't play with it. When you balance your sexual life as couples, every other thing will fall in place. But if you play with it, every other thing, although it might look as if it's going on fine, but no, it's going to fall apart. Every other thing. Like once I read there was a story on social media. We all know of this guy in which country was that was busy sleeping around with married women and was recording it. You know? And the funny thing is that one of the articles I read was when one of the husbands saw the picture of his wife and what she was doing, and he came, and when he met her, she was happily greeting him, lovingly greeting him. She didn't know that he has seen what she has done. Lovingly greeting him, happily greeting him. There was happiness in the home. And he was shocked. How can his wife do this? Then he told her, and she was shocked. Then he said one thing that made me feel so sad. He said, "You never did this with me. What you did with him, you never did this with me." And she bent her head. Why did that happen? Because he never took note of his sexuality and her sexuality. When you take note of your sexuality, you know that there are some things that trigger you. There are some things that trigger the other person. So now it's left for you both to talk about it, and it's your responsibility as couples to satisfy each other's sexuality. Because if you don't, it's a time bomb. that is ready to be explored, that can be explored anywhere. Now, with the origin of sexuality, now we can see that the man was created, the female was created. Now both of them are responsible for each other, to take care of each other's sexuality. They were left to explore each other, to take care of each other. That's how it's supposed to be in a home. You don't just leave sexual matters like that. Every human being was created with sexuality because we're sexual beings. The male is a male because of his sexual organs, the female is a female because of her sexual organ. Nobody should say, no, I don't like sex, or I don't know. Everybody was created to like sex because of the importance of sex in creation. Everybody. So there's nothing like, I don't like sex, my wife doesn't like sex, my husband, no. They've not been triggered the right way. So you, the husband, make sure you take care of your wife's sexuality, and you, the wife, make sure you take care of your husband's sexuality. When you do that, everything in the home will fall into place. I am telling you, some struggles you don't have to do it. Some stress you don't have to go through it. Some sicknesses you don't have to go through it. The sexuality will take care of it because the hormones, the body was created to be activated, to be taken care of by your sexuality. That's His creation. So as a couple, look into your sexuality, because that started from the beginning. When marriage was instituted, when the female and male were created, the sexuality was created. That is the beginning. And it should be the beginning of what you should look at. It should be very important in your home. Don't look at it anyhow. Don't play with it. Pay attention to your sexuality. And when you do that, everything will fall into place.